What is up guys, Thunder Studios here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers 1 Studio Series Deluxe Class Megatron. So Megatron here is actually a pretty decent figure. It actually surprised me with the amount of transformation tricks that it pulled off, and he's just really enjoyable to mess about with. He's on par with Optimus in terms of fun factor in my opinion. He does look okay, it's just the deco is a bit lackluster. He does have some bits of red, but I wish it was more vibrant like the G1 design. And I really don't like this like drab, almost white grayish color. I do like that they added some silver on the head, even though the head sculpt isn't the best. It does look a bit weird. But yeah, just that like base color that most of this guy is coated in, it does not look good at all. I wish it was this silver here that was on the face or on this gun here, because this looks really good. Wish the whole figure was coated in that, but yet again, this is a deluxe figure. But yeah, the torso just looks pretty short in my opinion. He just has like really long legs. I get that is part of the design, but I don't know, it doesn't really look the best. And for his chest details, they're just black instead of the colored ones. As for the arms, I do like how they are sculpted with the treads on the side. But one thing I really hate on this design is the hands. Like, they sculpted in the fingers there, but then the entire hand is just like an angled tread, and it does not look good. It looks like an oversized oven mitt or something like that. I mean, this figure is alright, but I do like the added detail of the gunmetal grey paint in the middle of the legs, just to break up that sea of black, and the yellow highlights on the feet. And if you turn him around, he is pretty clean. He just has a backpack that does not need to come off for the transformation, which is good. And I also don't really like how these are that like light grayish color. I wish they were black to match the legs, like the movie. As for size comparisons, here is with my current lineup of Transformers 1 figures. You can see we got B127/Bumblebee, Optimus, Sentinel Prime, and Starscream. I am hoping to find a Leader 1 soon, so let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see reviewed. As for Megatron's accessories, he comes with his backpack and two of these like rifle looking guns, but they just store on the backpack here. And if you did want, you can take them off because they're not that integral to the alt mode. And for the backpack, it just attaches on with a 5mm peg. I wish it was just added onto the design. I don't really understand why it was parts formery, but it is painted in this really beautiful silver paint that I wish was the entire figure was coated in. He also comes with his fusion cannon, which is really nicely sculpted. It is a bit small, but I do like that it has a 5mm peg there for blast effects. And yeah, the only thing I wish is that he came with his triple-barreled fusion cannon instead, because yeah, this does look good, but it's just not accurate to the movie. He had this for about a couple of seconds, like before the final battle, but mainly when he looks like this, he had the triple-barreled fusion cannon. But he also has this second gun, which you can have it either way, this way or this way. It does look accurate to the thing he had in the movie, but just this whole block back here isn't really that accurate. He just had a small blaster on there, which this kind of acts like it. But I do like how it like sort of mimics it. It comes out of the arm with this part, and it is also blast effect compatible at the tip. So that is it for his accessories, and his articulation is pretty decent. He's got a ball joint at the head, which can look down, rotate side to side. And if you use the transformation joint, you can get him to look down pretty far. The arms are on ball joints, so they can do full 360 out to the side. It is a little bit weird that the ball joints are in like the middle of the shoulder, so when you put them down, it does look a little bit weird. Bicep rotation, double jointed elbow, and wrist rotation, which is nice to see because that's not all too common on figures. He has a waist rotation. Mine is a bit stiff, but his legs can kick up that far, back that far, and out to the side that far. So it has a thigh rotation, knee bend, and an ankle pivot that can tilt and go back and forwards. So he is pretty poseable, and you can get him into some really nice poses. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly go through the transformation and get in alt mode. And Megatron's transformation is pretty simple, but it's also has quite a lot of engineering in the legs, the way the feet fold up and the panels come back and fold over everything. It is reminiscent of the Voyager class Bumblebee movie Shockwave in that sort of way, how the legs like compress and like they arch, and yeah, it's a pretty good transformation. And there you have Studio Series Megatron in his tank alt mode. And to be fair, this looks pretty good, but there are a couple issues and we'll get to them. Yeah, I really like all the angular designs of this, how the legs like fold up everything here, and the hands, the arms like fold up to be the back of the treads. And yeah, everything looks pretty good. Now let's get to the issues. There's no panel here to cover like the gappiness under here. And if you lift up the turret, there's so much gappiness there. And that is really unfortunate. And also, the arms don't peg in all the way to the legs, so it's not that seamless. And yeah, just the tolerances on the arms for me, they're a bit tighter than this tolerance, so when I was moving the arms, this kept folding back. Yeah, I do really like how the cannon looks. That's one thing I gotta give to this. It looks really good. And it's also articulated. I wish there was like some natural stopping points, because otherwise you could just have it all the way up, all the way to the side. And yeah, I wish this was like actually ingrained into the design, into the toy, because this likes to pop off when you rotate it. But yeah, I do like the way this pivots and everything. And also I like the way that these little two guns look with the big cannon. And they are all blast effect compatible. Yeah, I'm just not really a fan of the colors. I wish it was, the entire figure was in this like silvery color. As for size comparisons, here we have Megatron with Transformers 1 Optimus Prime. They do look pretty good together. Next we have Megatron with B127 or Bumblebee. And yeah, they also look pretty good. Here is Megatron with Starscream. They also look pretty good. It scales pretty well. And just the colors, yeah, I just wish they could have painted the colors better. And here we have Megatron with Sentinel Prime, who has quite a large alt mode. And this does look really good. So let's get Megatron transformed back up and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so what do I think of this Megatron figure? In my opinion, I do think he is a little bit Like, he's not as good as Optimus, but he's also not as bad as like Sentinel or B127. Like, he's a good middle ground figure, and yeah, I don't know. He's alright to play with, but like as a display piece, yeah, just get like a non-transforming version. There is no point, like if they make these so inaccurate to the movie. And this released after the movie came out, same with like a bunch of the other figures. Like, why couldn't they at least have like a little bit more time to like cook on the designs? Yeah, if you can still find this for a decent price, I'd say get it, if you can find it for a decent price, because I know when this guy came out, he was only in stores for like a week or so, and then it got scalped to absolute hell. So I managed to find this for $45, which is still a bit expensive compared to the $30 I got for Optimus. But I think that was an okay price to pay for this. But any more than that, that's just overpaying for something that's not the greatest. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace.